Okay, let's do this week's Sonic Boom vlog. The mystical floating head. Okay, wow, this episode. I don't think I've ever been more infuriated watching a Sonic episode since the one with the Golgobas, the guilt tripping one. Whoa. But we'll get to that. The episode starts pretty fun enough with Sonic and his friends fending off Eggman once again. And after they defeat Eggman, Eggman's actually not even being subtle about his attack this time. He just has his giant robot shooting missiles and solar-powered lasers at the people in the village. Like he's outright trying to murder people for once. He's not attacking infrastructure. He is firing directly at the people of the village. So Sonic and his friends, they come in, they use reflective things to make the laser hit the robot itself, and they hit his egg pod, making it fly over the horizon, and, the day is saved. So, the mayor comes in and tells everybody that, that this is the millionth time they saved the town. I run some math. If they saved the town 1,000,000 times, that means that Eggman would have had to attack every day for 2,737 years and 10 months. Yeah, that's not quite happening, do you think? I mean, you could make the case that Eggman would attack several times a day, but I don't. Come on, these guys had to sleep and rebuild robot armies. I mean, why 1,000,000 times? That's a ridiculously huge number. Make it, say it's the 1,000th time they save the town. That's a plausible number. So, after punching their card, he gives them all hero trophies. So getting the hero trophies makes them excellent role models, and Amy says she'll do whatever it takes to live up to this whole being a role model thing. So where they're eating at Mad Burger, they just they casually throw a couple of crumpled up napkins into the trash can, and the little baby walrus throws a drink cup. Because he sees the role models throwing things, he thinks it's okay to throw things. And Mama Walrus says that they should be better role models, and so she walks away with her baby, finding a precarious ledge to have him play on. Yeah, it's a pretty blunt metaphor, but for a kids show, it's pretty much there. Parents will blame a so-called media role model for their kids' bad behavior instead of their sucky parenting, which. Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit blunt, but that's pretty much what all the bad parenting tropes are all about. So when they go home that day, there's this platypus guy, and I apologize to the Golgobas. I apologize to everything. This is the most annoying character I've ever seen in anything ever. I truly hate this character. He is worse than Big the Cat. He is worse than Chris Thorndike. I hate this guy. This stupid platypus character, whose name I have not even bothered to remember, is the most annoying character ever made in a Sonic fiction ever. I can't believe that I actually have yearned for the return of Big the Cat, or even the goddamn Golgobas. This is the most annoying character ever conceived. In the show's defense, the moral of the story actually kind of centers around this character being so annoying. So I'm not going to hold it against the series that this character exists because this character is supposed to be this way. But oh dear God, I hope he never comes back. He has served his purpose in this one episode. He is, of course, an image coach. He's there to make sure that Sonic and his friends are all good role models. And basically, anything that makes the characters interesting or fun or effective superheroes makes them bad role models. I am so going to get back at at the end of this. So basically, the platypus guy lets everybody know that the stuff that they're doing is not role model-y. Like when they go to eat at Medburger, he says they're eating out too much and they should go in. They should eat inside more. A home cooked meal. When they're inside, Amy's cooking. They say that they shouldn't fall into gender roles by having the female cook. Amy interjects by saying that while she agrees with that on principle, she happens to be the only one among them who actually knows how to cook, and besides, it's just something she happens to enjoy, to which he points out things that they enjoy are not relevant here. And thank God Styx is not taking his crap, because she actually gets fed up with him. She destroys her trophy because it's a nice trophy, but it's not worth all the bullcrap that she has to go through with this PC guy to keep it. So she destroys it and she leaves in a huff. That's when the old monkey guy comes in and and says that Eggman's attacking the village. I guess this is where I should talk about Eggman's little subplot. He's jealous that Sonic and his friends won these trophies for heroism when he never gets a trophy, because he says that the only reason they got their trophies is because he has endangered the village a million times. And he says that the closest thing to an award he's ever gotten is the occasional Grammy nomination. And he points to the wall where he has a golden record set up. That means he put out an album that sold 1 million records. I don't know. Of course, that's he didn't actually win the Grammy. He was only nominated for the Grammy. So he goes to the mayor and tries to plead his case, and he says he has a lovely singing voice, and they even do a cutaway where he sings a song, which is cute. Eggman singing, why not? You know, I remember in an earlier episode, Tails said that Sonic had a lovely singing voice. So, we're gonna have to get a Sonic and Eggman freestyle rap battle at one point in this series. I mean, if they both have lovely singing voices, right? The mayor also says that he has a pole vaulting trophy he found in trash. So Eggman tries to pole vault, but the pole just breaks. Reminds me of something I saw on one of those True TV Top Funniest shows. So unable to win a trophy, Eggman decides to steal one. After all, if he's gonna be a villain, he has to stealing a trophy seems to be the thing to do if you're a villain, right? This is where things really start to get absurd. The platypus guy says that they're all gonna have to be role model-y. Like, Amy's gonna have to wear protective gear for her glasses, Knuckles can't break anything. And the funny thing is, Knuckles, when he said Knuckles can't break anything, at that moment, Knuckles happened to be fixing a vase. So he's like, I am way ahead of you there. He's actually fixing a broken thing. Tails doesn't have a license, so he can't use his plane. And Sonic is going to have to use a horn and reflective clothing for when he moves fast. And he even makes him put foam bits on his spines. That's a little bit racist. I mean, that would be like telling a black guy that he's going to have to cover his skin because it might offend it might frighten some shut-in white people. Yeah, I went there. I hate this platypus. Although I do kind of question their recreational activity of shooting each other out of a cannon earlier in the episode, but hey, who are you to judge the way that people are having fun? Apparently you're an image coach. So, since there's children watching, they can't use any violence, they have to try and talk Eggman down. And when the platypus points to the kids that they're being good role models, the kids points out that they're getting themselves creamed. Yeah, I don't think your role models should get themselves killed. So Styx finally comes back, and she uses her boomerang to take out one of the robots. The platypus guy suggests that Styx try sharing instead, to which she ties him up with a vine and flings him into a garbage can. Styx is now best character. I love her. She is my new waifu. She then sends the kids off to Medburger and then says that there's no image coach, no impressionable children, beat the crap out of Eggman. It's like, no, your talking was getting through to me. So they smash things and Sonic says that he doesn't want to be a role model, he'd prefer to be hilariously edgy. To which Amy replies, when you say that, it makes me want to throw up in my mouth a little. And the episode ends with them smashing more robots. Oh, thank God I finally finished this. Okay, who watches South Park? The current season of South Park has been pretty much all about this, ever since they introduced PC Principle. This episode has to do with current trends on the internet. Like there's positive aspects of this, like the Stop Bullying campaign, but then there's also been things like a lot of PC things have been you know that movie where I believe it was, what was it? Was it Demolition Man? It's that movie where Sylvester Stallone is a cop who commits a crime and they cryogenically freeze him and they thaw him out like 30 or so years later, where some kind of dictatorial Mr. Rogers has taken over the world, and they've done things like make smoking illegal and disallowed kissing and fluid transfer, basically anything that sets a bad precedent, anything remotely bad for you or might set a bad example for children has been declared illegal, and it's a PC future, which is actually a more terrifying dystopia than zombie apocalypse. Yeah, whoop. Sorry about that. Yeah, so and here we are in the year 2015, and there's actually several things and several trends in media which are actually trying to bring about fates kind of like this. It's kind of why that movie actually has a bigger impact now than when it came out in the 90s. And it's not just because we loved our edgy heroes in the 90s. Remember, the 90s was the era of edginess. Sonic was the dude with an attitude. I mean, and here we are in the 20-teens, and nobody wants attitude anymore. Everybody wants positive role models and things that are safe for children, and you have characters on the internet like Anita Sarkeesian and other feminists who are trying to literally trying to limit our rights of free speech for the purposes of not offending their sensibilities. Here's an aspect of our society. Free speech was invented for the purpose of protecting unpopular opinions. Popular opinions don't need protection by the Constitution. That's why trying to get laws passed limiting free speech is antithetical to our society. That's why so many shows apparently Sonic Boom is now talking out in favor of protection of free speech by making a PC person the villain. That's exactly what South Park is doing with PC Principle. Sonic Boom has now officially standing shoulder to shoulder with South Park, telling people that they have to stop having such delicate sensibilities and accept the world for what it is. I have no words to go any further into this. This might actually be one of the most valuable lesson episodes that Sonic Boom has aired. Okay? Yeah. PC people, you gotta get the stick out, because the world is an imperfect place, and what your definition of a good role model is not entertaining, and it's not really feasible in the real world. So that's all I have to say on the matter. This is Wake Angel 2001, and I'll see you next week. I'm gonna start drawing some pictures of this platypus getting blown up by dynamite sticks shoved up his ass.